Hello Primary 4, I hope that you are all fine. Miss Shaima is talking to you. Today inshallah we will complete Unit 1, Living Things, the second lesson of Unit 1. Before we start, remember that the human body consists of a group of systems as we see in this picture. Some systems as the respiratory, this is our lesson today. The urinary system, the circulatory system, the nervous system, and the digestive system that we studied in lesson 1. Today's lesson, the human respiratory system. Respiration process is very important because it gives the body of the living organism the needed energy from food to do all the body activities. The respiration process takes place inside the respiratory system. Here we have a diagram of the respiratory system. It consists of a group of organs. We will study each organ. The respiratory system consists of nose, the first organ in the respiratory system, pharynx, larynx, trachea divided into two bronchi, each bronchi divided into bronchus, and bronchus ends with alveoli. The two bronchi enters the two lungs, and the last organ in the respiratory system is the diaphragm. The first organ, nose, it is the first organ of the respiratory system. The function of the nose, number 1, it is lined with hair and mucus layer. And here we have a give reason question, because or to filter the air from dust and microbes before entering the lungs. Number 2, the second function of nose, it lined with blood capillaries to warm the air before entering the lungs. Give reason. Breathing through nose is preferable to that through mouth because nose is lined with hair and mucus to filter the air from dust and microbes, and blood capillaries to warm air before entering the two lungs. The second organ in the respiratory system is the pharynx, and it is a common organ between digestive system and the respiratory system. We studied pharynx in the digestive system. It's a common cavity between the esophagus in the digestive system and trachea in the respiratory system. The function of the pharynx, it allows air pass from the nose to trachea. Number 3, trachea or trachea. The function of the trachea, as we see in the picture, it's a tube that has incomplete cartilaginous rings, and here we have a give reason to be opened all the time. The opposite of trachea is the esophagus. Esophagus is a muscular tube, but trachea is a cartilaginous rings or incomplete cartilaginous rings to make it opened all the time. It contains cilia to get out the strange bodies. The larynx is found above the trachea. The epiglottis is found above the larynx. Give reason. Food doesn't enter the trachea during swallowing because during swallowing, epiglottis closes the opening of trachea. Trachea is divided into two bronchi, which enter the two lungs, as we see in the picture. Number 4, the two lungs. They are in the chest cavity. The two lungs are surrounded by ribs. Each lung contains one bronchus. Each bronchus divided into bronchus. Bronchus ends with air sacs called alveoli. The function of the lungs, they have alveoli in it, in which gas exchange takes place. The next organ is the diaphragm, and it is the last organ in the respiratory system. It's a muscle that separates the chest cavity from the abdominal cavity. Chest cavity contains the respiratory system, and abdominal cavity contains digestive system. So, diaphragm separates the digestive system from the respiratory system. Number two, it helps in the respiration mechanism. Respiration process. It is the process by which the human gets energy from the digested food. The number of respiration times increase when the body is more active because or to get more energy needed for all body activities. Here we have a comparison between inhalation process and exhalation process. Respiration process includes two processes, inhalation and exhalation. Number A, inhalation process. It is a process by which the air rich in oxygen gas enter the lungs. Exhalation process. It is the process by which the air rich in carbon dioxide gas and water vapor gets out the body. The inhaled air, the air that we take in to our two lungs, is the air that rich in oxygen gas. The exhaled air is the air that rich in carbon dioxide gas and water vapor. We finished our lesson. We will complete in the next video. Goodbye.